Oh, welcome to GameBros Show. This is Kuko.
This is Hitman.
This is DJ Fuego.
It's because, you know what threw me off? I was looking at the wrong prompting thing, and I'm like, what do you mean go? I still see the Voltron symbol.
We got the green light. Just go. We got the green light.
Well, welcome to the GameBros Show. This is Kuko.
And this is Hitman.
And this is DJ Fuego.
Coming to you live from our GameBros studios here in beautiful Miami, Florida, with our pre-E3 press conference. And so we're going to talk all there is about E3, all the different conferences they're going to be, and it's going to be lit, I think, this year. How do we know that? They're announcing a bunch of crap before E3 even starts.
I know.
When have you seen that?
They can't even keep their mouth shut. It's so much stuff that they got to throw out there. And like I said the last show before, why they're doing this is that they don't want to trump other people or trump other games on the spotlight. So, like, let's hit one game, one day, let him have that spotlight. Let's hit another game, have him the spotlight. Because if we do it all on one day, you know that one's going to trump all over all of them, and they're going to all lose the spotlight, and that's what's happening.
Yeah, because, like, give you a good example is Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
They didn't want PlayStation to come out and, hey, Far Cry 5. They wanted to control all the media, make sure that all the things that they wanted to come out, what came out, so forth and so on. So we're super excited for that.
And they leaked out that trailer recently, too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which is pretty epic as well. Not a big Far Cry fan, but let's give it a shot.
No, what don't you like about it?
What I didn't like about Far Cry, period. I didn't like it's first-person shooter, which is great. I like first-person shooters. You guys know that.
Yeah.
But the style of gameplay, like Far Cry 4 for me, just didn't. I don't know. It didn't give me that wow factor that you would look for.
Yeah.
But this looks a little bit different. I guess it's a little more urban than I guess the jungle like they had before.
Yeah, all in the U.S., all that cool stuff. So first off, we're gonna start off with the first press conference that's gonna come out. It's actually EA. EA is gonna be they're going to start off on Saturday. DJ Fuego before the show was making fun of how they keep moving all the schedule around.
It first started on a Wednesday. That's how they started the conference. And then they'll show, a little bit of EA, a little bit of Ubisoft. Everybody was on the same day. Then they started creeping up on Tuesday. They started doing all the EAs and all that. And then later, the big boys, PlayStation and Xbox, will do Wednesdays. Then they started creeping up even more on Monday and then Sunday and I guess now Saturday, which is I don't know if it's gonna end up like 2-week event. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. It used to be a couple of days. Now it's like a whole week thing. There's parties, all this craziness. For the first time ever, the GameBros show is actually gonna be at E3.
Yeah.
Which we're super excited. I'm excited because I'm the one that's going.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be there. We're going to be there all throughout the whole E3 press conference. So are you guys excited for EA, what they have to show?
I'm super excited with their last tease. I think it was yesterday or the day before of Need for Speed.
Okay.
I was into that. Ooh. Everybody's saying it's like another Fast and the Furious movie. I'm for it. I really just like the way he said, "Hey, we're modding our cars," and I love modding cars. That's the best part.
Yeah, that was one of the best ones. Was the freaking customization from Undergrounds. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Did you ever get to play that?
Oh yeah, Underground 1 and 2 was the best Need for Speeds before the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 ones were awesome too. Just didn't have that customization that Underground had.
Yeah.
Which Underground, man, drag racing, customizing the cars.
The drag racing.
That's what people want. People want customization. Why wouldn't you have that?
You have these guys that love, the simulation racers like Gran Turismo, Forza.
Yeah.
But I think the people that are not into racing that heavily, like you get your real gearheads and stuff, and they get into. But the normal guys like you and I, we're into the customization and changing your car. Like Hitman drives a Challenger. I'm sure he would like to be able to get that car in the game and customize it and change it up and hook it up.
Gran Turismo had customization, but to the engine.
Limited.
Yeah, it was very limited. It was to the engine.
You'll see the changes in speed and acceleration and stuff like that, but not visually. It still looked like a stock car unless you do their premium, like a fully customized car, but you didn't actually just do that. You didn't add the front bumper. It was all made and set. So it wasn't like you actually build it. They built it for you.
Yeah, that's how they always been. Don't get me wrong, Gran Turismo, great game, great racing game. but it just lacked the customization that some people would want. I mean,
I was one that I loved Gran Turismo 1 and 2. Then when 3 came around, especially the newer ones, they were very bland. And like I told my brother, if I want to freaking drive a stock car, I can go to the dealer and just test drive a stock car. Yeah. The whole point of these games, or for me at least, is that escapism where I'm doing things that I normally can't do. I can't normally drive a Lamborghini that's all decked out with turbo or nitrous and all. So I would like to have that ability.
Definitely.
That's true.
That's true.
That's what video games are for. We make our dreams come true.
Yeah.
I mean,
basically.
Pretty much.
One Face Ace is talking about the night and day cycles.
Yeah,
that is gonna have. That's always an improvement. I love when they have the day and night cycles. They have the, dynamic weather effects. All that stuff adds to
real time.
Yeah. But I would like for that to have an effect in the game. I just don't want it. Oh, the lights are off. Turn on the headlights. I would like for it. The lights are off. Your headlights are on. But if you crash and your headlights get damaged, makes it hard for you to race. And especially if it starts raining, it's like, oh crap.
That'd be cool. I mean, I would like to see an effect like you said. If maybe night racing will be going on, illegal street racing or whatever, drag racing, that would be cool only in the night.
And then you get an extra bonus or
and
something.
Stuff like that. Yeah, like certain races will be unlocked on that. And in the daytime, hey, go to your track or go somewhere, specifically.
Yeah, more organized.
Style. Not just like, cool. Just roam around, whatever. It would make it more significant on the, that whole aspect of night and day.
Yeah, and make it all worthwhile to race at night.
Yeah.
Something that happens a lot at night is Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
It all happens in space, and that's basically night 24/7, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I know Prodigy was a big Battlefront guy. He freaking played Battlefront day and night, basically.
Yep.
And
that's when it first was out.
Yeah, we used to play it a lot, man. The tag team thing, it's a good game. I like it, but like I told Prodigy, it still was missing some legs. It needed a story. It needed something.
Yeah,
the
not
game
just online.
is awesome. The sound, the colors, the graphics is beautiful, but it's the same to me. It felt like
my complaint with the first Battlefront is the same thing with Battlefield 1. There's a lack of content.
Yes.
With EA's recent games, they haven't added. The maps take too long to make, or you gotta pay $50 for the season pass, and they take too long to do content updates for the game, and that's what killed Battlefront 1 because they didn't have no story, and then the maps and everything took forever.
The last mode that they came out with, I thought it was a really good idea, but like you said, it took them a year, almost a year for it to come out, and it's a really cool concept. They should have done that like the first 6 months, and they would have kept it rolling. Because it's a really good concept.
But now with this one, there is no season pass.
That's what I've been telling Prodigy. I'm like, they can't just stick to this era of Star Wars. There's too little people to make it out of heroes.
Yeah, they had to add bounty hunters that you didn't even know about.
Existed. Yeah,
you're like, who's this guy?
Yeah, that guy only showed up for like 5 seconds in a movie, and they made a whole story out of him because of that, just to stick him in the game.
The problem with these games is they're not coming out with a linear storyline.
No.
That I like. I don't know about you guys. I mean, we're old gamers. We've always been used to linear games, and they're changing the way games are. The way Battlefield 1, for example, it's not linear. I mean, I like the idea about it. That you hop in one part of the world and it changes. But
what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Dude, it's been a long time. No see, yo. What's up, Kuko? How you been?
What's up, kid, man? Missed you guys.
Yeah, I missed you a lot, man. Just curious, you guys giving out anything today? I couldn't see the show earlier, so I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm just curious, you guys giving out anything?
We are. We have an Instagram going, and if you go and you tag 3 friends and you post the picture, you can enter to win the contest, and we're gonna announce the winner at the end of the show. So if you still have a chance to do it, so go ahead and do that, and you can win.
We'll randomly select one.
Yeah, we got some charge.
So tag your friends, have them tag their friends, and 3 and 3, and it just keeps adding up, and enter multiple times. That way you have more chances to win.
Yeah.
Oh man, that seems lit. What's the prize? I forgot. Yeah.
It's some charged chocolate from our sponsor, that Charged Chocolate. Some jerky from Game On Snacks, and a gift card from Xbox or PlayStation, depending what you want.
Oh, it's not Jerky XP? That shit was fire, not gonna lie.
No, we're trying to get some more Jerky XP. but this is just as good.
Yeah, the jerky XP was pretty good.
Okay. All right.
Beef and cheese.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Hey, thanks for calling, man.
Peace.
Peace.
So, going back to the single player game.
Yeah.
So okay, they decided to not go single player. Right? Rainbow's having a lot of success.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
But what Prodigy says, if you're not gonna have a single player, you're not wasting all your energy creating a single player campaign. Waste your energy on making more content, bringing more vehicles. I think that was a big problem too.
Yeah.
With what Battlefield 1 we're talking about?
No, with
Battlefront.
Battlefront. And I think what my brother said also kind of tied their hands because they couldn't. They're like, okay, we need to add vehicles. Oh, we added walkers and AT-ATs. Yeah. So what else? Oh, that's it in that era. But now that they're bouncing around in different eras, they could add different kind of vehicles,
the
all
droids,
that stuff. The droids.
And other tank droids, the other set of droids.
And even flying ones.
All the freaking Jedi that's been out through all the universes. There's
Darth
a bunch
Maul,
of them.
Kylo Ren.
And you have a lot of bad guys too.
And all this is DLC, or these are just updates?
It's
these guys
that,
are
like I said, there's no season pass.
No season pass.
All this is free.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a good thing.
All
I mean,
the
that's
new
a positive,
heroes,
right?
all the new maps.
It's one positive, but it just takes too long, so you end up just getting bored.
Oh, because you're not paying for it, so it just comes in.
It just comes too late. It's
who
year
knows?
for an update.
No, who knows? Maybe they're going to change it.
Oh, this one.
We're talking about this one. We're talking about this one, yeah.
If this one, they have to roll out like at least every month.
I think they learned their lesson. They already see that they're going to do a story, and it's from the on the other side of the coin. It's the Imperials, and so they're adding that whole first person campaign thing, and they have also noticed that they needed to update the game, the multiplayer more often, because let's be honest, when you buy multiplayer games, most of us like the story, but the majority of the people just play the multiplayer.
Yes.
So, and if you want the game to be successful,
that's what games have become.
And you want people to be on your multiplayer servers, you have to have content. A good example is For Honor. That thing, we got the statue here. It's nice and beautiful and everything. But For Honor just went like this, and then after a month, it went...
Yep.
And lack of content.
Lack of content, and they're really, really garbage servers. They were like Rainbow servers, like from the beginning.
Well, not to bash Ubisoft, but they've been known to have pretty bad servers.
Ubisoft has been terrible.
It's been really bad.
The only fortunate
but like I said from the beginning, what kind of content can you really pull out of that?
Like I said,
there's only the only people with swords are knights and
they
were
gonna put ninjas and they did, but like
ninjas, but it's just
20 years later.
Yeah,
but
you guys think
that
one,
the gameplay was
that's
good?
it.
Yeah, I know they added
who else
one.
Are you gonna get? That's what I'm saying.
They had to add a whole group of ninjas. That's how I would have done it. I would have created. I'm sorry.
You would have put ninjas
pirates
in there.
have swords too.
Yeah,
they have swords.
I would have had pirates.
Then you have the fencing guys from France.
The Mongolians.
Yeah, I would have had maybe a mode where you could
add more warriors. Is what we're talking about. Yeah, they could have done that.
Wait. Let's reel it back. Let's like
we're
we haven't got to Ubisoft yet. We'll get there, boys. So Battlefront, Need for Speed. What else would you guys like to see? We right here we have a list of all these games, but it's basically like your FIFAs, your Maddens, your NHLs, your the Sims. What would you guys like to see from EA?
It's always the same stuff. I mean, think about it every year with EA. I mean, you always got a Madden. You always got a... I don't even know if they're still doing NBA Lives anymore.
They're going to bring it back this year.
They're going to bring it back this year. I mean, NBA Live was pretty...
We'll see what happened. They messed it up like 3 times when they try to come back with it.
So I got 2 for you. One is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 3.
Again?
I love Plants vs. Zombies. I know a lot of people out there love Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah.
It is basically like a Fisher Price of shooting games. But even Prodigy could attest. They're really good and they're fun.
They're good, but lack of content, like every single
now that's a new thing. Is the content? Thing.
Yes,
that's like, the new era.
I don't know why they're getting lazy. That's the problem.
That's the thing this is basically a multiplayer game with no story. Yeah. And they only added 3 characters from the 3 that they had originally, right, on each side.
Those big guys.
And I would like for them, of course, to add more characters, all that crazy stuff. But Plants vs. Zombies. And there's a company called Visceral. I don't know if you guys remember. They made Dead Space.
Dead Space.
And they haven't made anything since Dead Space 3. They acquired...
No, they did. they made Hardline, but that didn't count.
No. We're trying to forget that.
That one never happened.
We never Hardline. You know what? I liked Hardline, and you guys know
I liked Hardline.
I liked Hardline for a little bit,
but that was a lack of content too, because they closed themselves into the police, and that's it. There was no vehicles, no nothing else you could do.
I mean, there was. It was great. It was a great game. There was a period where there was nothing to play, sort of.
Yeah, that was when Hardline came out.
Yeah, when Hardline came out at the perfect time, we're like, damn, Rainbow Six isn't coming out.
Same thing with Rocket League. When Rocket League came out was when nothing was there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of missing in action games, and the Hardline came in, but it lacked content. They failed.
Visceral picked up the Annie Henney, the woman that wrote Uncharted. Yeah. So she's actually writing the game for Visceral, and it's a Star Wars game. So I would like to see maybe like a Boba Fett.
It's like let's say a Force Unleashed, but another type of.
I'd like to see their own story mode. Like just make a spin-off of something.
This one's gonna be like a Jedi or something. I think it was, but it's gonna be completely like super different than.
That'd be games. Awesome, and I know BioWare's working on another. What's this game called? Dragon Age. So we'll see what else they come out, and that's basically it for EA. We want to thank both of our sponsors that are sponsoring the giveaway. It's Charged Chocolate. I know Hitman. We had a bunch the day we took them to.
Let me tell you something. That Charged Chocolate, man. When I took it that day, I was bouncing off the walls at work. I was like all over the place.
And then everybody was enjoying it, right?
Yeah. Everybody was. Everybody got a break of that chocolate bar.
It's really good.
It is good. It is very good. You would think it wouldn't because it's like energy type. It's really tasty. It tastes just like so awesome chocolate. I don't know where the chocolate comes from. We got to get in touch with them and find out where that chocolate comes from.
Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, the little Oompa Loompas from...
the purest cacao trees.
And we also want to thank our other sponsors, Game On Snacks, for providing us the jerky. It's hard to find, but it's there somewhere.
But they already put it.
Oh, okay. True. So there you go. Game On Snacks. They make the bombest beef jerky and bacon. When we took that to your store too, they were like, "What is this?" And they were going all crazy.
They're like bacon in a bag, and it is amazing. Delicious. I mean, it's awesome because if you have a breakfast sandwich or something, like, damn, this needs some bacon. Just
put them in the sandwich, and it tastes so good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good, man.
So another company that moved their time is Microsoft. They actually moved their time.
They jumped the gun?
So what do you think the purpose of doing this? You think it's something strategic to get more viewers? I mean, I think EA being on Saturday at 12:30 is freaking genius. I mean, that's when everyone, for the most part, people are home. I'm going to be home, unless I'm on call, of course, whatever. But I'll be home watching it, so...
Honestly, I don't know why it took them so long to do this. Because what was happening is that they would come out and they would announce all their stuff. They're like, hey, we're here, guys, and we announced this, and this. And then they're like, okay, and then all the other companies would announce stuff after them.
Yeah.
Right.
So then what happened is that in the mind share of Twitter and social media, they would have like an hour of fame. And they would have an hour of everybody talking Microsoft.
Yeah.
And then when all the other companies come out and start announcing their stuff,
right,
then the whole media would jump to Sony.
Microsoft would get pushed to the side and everybody would forget about Microsoft. Yeah. And then all the other companies would get the limelight. Yeah. And I always wondered that. Like, and then you had the whole scenario where Microsoft would announce one thing. They're like, hey, guess what? We got this new... camera that we're gonna do, and there's a Connect and this and that, and then Sony's like, hey, well we gotta do something to counteract that, and then they would come and jump on top, and hey, guess what, we got these Move controllers, and so I always wonder why they waited so long to change, like, and they actually did, because they were the same exact day. It was like Xbox in the afternoon and Sony at night, then they would just rob all the timeshare. Prodigy, can you put the phone number?
No, and at the same time, it will be like people in the show, like the people covering it. It will be so hard for them to go to one show, go to another show to hear it right after another. So to cover that and post everything up, they don't have enough time.
It's a lot. It's a lot of content.
Yeah, they don't have enough time to post all that stuff. Yeah. And then, oh, shoot, the Sony is on. I got to post on this one. Yeah. So with that gap, they have that time to post and talk about Xbox the whole time. So you have like 2 days to breathe and let that content go out. Let them review it. Let them talk about it. And guess what? Let me set up for Sony. They have enough time. And then Sony has that time too.
Somebody at E3 thought of it as like, hey, we need to extend this more time. I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just too much. That's what it felt like, right? It's like too much information, too many games, too many companies at one shot. So I'm guessing let's spread it all out. Yeah, I think it's the best.
And so right now we're going to talk a little bit about Microsoft. So we're bringing in our expert. Microsoft expert is
DV.
Ooh, Mr. DV.
He's calling in. He's on location in Orlando. We have him over there at the EA offices. He's trying to get the latest scoops. How you doing, Mr. DV?
Good. How about you guys?
Good, man. Good to hear your voice, man. It's been such a long time.
Yes, it has.
Are the EA offices in Orlando?
Yeah, Tybron. Man, you're messing up the skit, man. You're supposed to, yes, I'm over here with John Madden himself in Taiwan.
Are you with
I knew where I was. I was here at the offices. I just didn't know what I was here for. You guys didn't tell me.
So of all the companies, the one that's going to announce hardware, and that's what gives everybody, the chubby is hardware.
The chubby.
And
no, it isn't.
No? But
come on, think about it. Remember when Microsoft came out with hardware, and then everybody was, for weeks talking about Microsoft didn't talk about games. It's all about the games. It's all about the games. That's how everybody gets.
Yeah, I do actually remember that.
Well, it's got to be a combination of both things, right? They got to show hardware, and they got to show why we need to buy this hardware. So let's start off with the hardware. So they're gonna come out with this super deluxe steroid box of a system.
Scorpio. Okay.
So far, it's Project Scorpio.
Oh, I hadn't heard about it. Is that something they're doing? I thought the PS4 Pro was the best thing that ever happened on the planet. You guys are talking about Microsoft coming out with new hardware?
No, the Pro only had 6 months of fame.
Well, it's about time Microsoft came out with new
coming
hardware.
out.
Yeah, so as far as the Project Scorpio, are you excited to pick up a new console?
I'm excited for what this means for console gaming more than I am about this one console. So I think what they're going to be doing, which is essentially they're going to be giving people a way to buy essentially computers, but that are built console, to build to console spec, meaning they build them with, specifically designed systems and stuff for consoles for people who don't want to deal with a PC. But what they're doing is they're going to put Sony out of business in 5 years with this model. It's going to be listen to me. Windows 10, I know people don't like it. They're not going to hear it. It's going to be Windows 10 with an Xbox dashboard, and you go into the Microsoft store at the mall, which I've been to, and they're just very Apple-ish now.
Yeah.
But you're going to be able to be like, I want to build a console, and I want my console to have an RX 480 or a GT 1050, and I want it to have this hardware, and I want it to have this amount of RAM and this processor and this, and I want to build, and then I don't want to have to be to the computer. I want to turn it on, I want to sit in front of my TV, and I want it to be a console. Yeah. I think that's where they're doing it.
Yeah. Basically, what they're doing is they're making small iterations of consoles, and if you want to buy it, you can. If not, you could keep the old one, and we're gonna do improvements. And you don't have to worry about drivers and video cards and motherboards and CPUs matching up, because that's what it takes to build a gaming PC. You have to know what CPU matches with what motherboard. So we're gonna take care of all that. You don't have to worry about that. Every 3-4 years we'll do a little improvement. If you guys want it, you can buy it. If you don't, you don't have to. And it's all backwards compatible and all that stuff.
That was a big thing for Microsoft too, backwards compatibility. Remember that?
Yeah. I mean, the design of this Scorpio is amazing. You can get backwards compatibility from the Xbox One with no problems. Everything's running in high def, and the power that it has is ridiculous. It's really, really good. And they're trying to do it in an architectural matter in a way that they can perform perfectly with no matter which game it is. So it sounds pretty. It's really really good, and they're inventing all this computation with their hardware. It's really really good.
I've got a question for DV.
Don't forget the 360 games either, because remember when that came out, everybody made a big joke about it. Who wants to play 360 games? Everybody. Everybody's waiting around to hear when the next backwards compatibility game is going to be. Red Dead Redemption, or that came out. Like, oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
So hence
Everybody
my
likes
question.
backwards compatibility.
So DV, are you actually excited about backwards compatibility? Are you one of those people that still plays old games? You like to go back and play your old games? You have too many. You have that much time to go back and play old games?
I haven't. No, I haven't. But no, because I'm not that like. I don't have that much time anymore for a couple of reasons. But I will say this: like, I'd like to be able to go back and play those games. Sometimes, as a matter of fact, I have. Sometimes I've gone and I played Toy Soldiers, which was a 360 arcade game that I had gotten, and I love playing it every once in a while. I just want mindless fun, and I go back and I play it. You can't do that on your PlayStation.
Yeah, but for how long? Let's say you get an hour out of it. Let's say you get an hour. And the reason why I said that, for example, when they remastered Call of Duty 4, everybody was excited about Call of Duty 4. Man, the graphics look amazing. Oh, they're doing the whole maps and they're bringing multiplayer back. Man, that lasted for like 2 weeks for me. And then I was just like, this is. I remember why I stopped playing Call of Duty 4, because it was just the same old stuff.
Let me ask you this. If you've been paying attention to the gaming scene in general, not just the high end console scene,
right.
PS4 Pro, Scorpio, is there's this huge retro gaming movement. Look at the NES Classic, look at the Sega Classic, look at the Super NES Classic that's going to be coming out. And so just imagine 10 years from now what people are going to want to play. They're going to be like, damn, I'd like to play my Xbox 360 games.
There's obviously a market, yes.
There obviously is.
There's obviously a market.
If the Xbox keeps on this path with Microsoft of letting you play your backwards compatibility games on the future consoles, well, I'm going to be able to finally play Fallout 4 from 3 years ago, which I haven't even touched till now. I'm going to finally be able to finish Witcher 3. I'm going to be able to finally finish Metal Gear 5 in 10 years when I have time.
Right.
And I won't have to go out and get some dedicated emulator or some other kind of system to do it, because Microsoft's going to have me covered.
Well, it's like you said with the NES. I think the NES was a cool idea. I was actually thinking about this the other day. It would be really cool if Sony came out with a PlayStation 1 again with all the games that were on it for, an X amount of dollars, let's say $60 or $100, where you get all the old PS1 games, a wireless PS1 controller with a PS1. I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool, something like that, with the way NES did it.
So I think they did a good job with the Scorpio and putting it out, and now everybody's excited. And so now that they announced Project Scorpio, they also announced a couple of games, and I want to get your thoughts on them. One of them, State of Decay 2. Were you able to play State of Decay 1?
What game?
State of Decay.
State of Decay.
I heard. Look, I never played, but I heard it was really fun.
Never played it. It is. It's like a third-person survival game. All that, craziness. Hence
the decay.
Yeah. So that was a very big success for Xbox. So they're actually going to come out with State of Decay 2. Would you get this new one now? Would you give it a chance? This new one coming around?
I'm not a zombie game fan. The only zombie game that I like is Dead Rising. I'm not a zombie game fan.
That's an awesome
Dying
game.
Light either.
Dying Light to me was the best one.
Dying Light was really good.
I did not like Dying Light, actually. No? I played it for a really long time, but it was like, man, that's it for me. I didn't even get to finish it.
Okay, another one is Sea of Thieves. What do you think of Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself,
pirate?
Putting down the sails and taking other boats out and working as a team? This game, to me, believe it or not, the more fun aspect of it is playing with your friends and messing around and doing all that craziness.
I like the concept. I think to me, it's very gimmicky, though. Here's what I mean. Like, from what I've seen of the game, you have to be super accurate to get your ship to do the right thing, and it's gonna be relegated to the people who have the time to play it.
So you're telling me I gotta go to navigation school to play this game? I play games to get away from school and work, bro.
You need to be a real pirate to play this game, just so you guys know.
Cut your peg leg off, and then put a patch over your eye and get a parrot.
An eye patch.
That's what I don't think. I think it's going to be like you're going to have to get friends that are really dedicated to playing so that you could like manipulate a ship correctly.
Random
You know, like
ass.
you're going to need.
And they're gonna have to come up with different adventures and different things to do as a team. Like go to an island, get this, and find
the
a
booty.
treasure thing, and
Get the booty.
then you have to go and
more
do
booty.
a bunch of different. Yeah, it's all about getting booty. But you get what I'm saying. Like it can't be just about manning cells and shooting each other because that's gonna get stale really quick.
Not unless you're a real
It
pirate.
looks great.
Yeah.
The game looks great. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't think it's going to work. Not for
That'd
me.
be kind of cool to be Blackbeard.
And this game's actually been in the work for quite some time, I want to
Yeah.
say, because I remember we were talking about this months ago.
Years, I think it
Maybe
was
a
a
year ago, maybe more.
Yeah.
Time flies, but
Another game that got announced a long time ago, speaking of a long time, is Crackdown 3.
yeah.
And this was going to use the power of the cloud and all that jazz.
Crackdown was a huge game for the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Crackdown 2.
You ever played Zone of Enders? Zone of Enders became really popular because everybody bought it because it had a demo of Metal Gear Solid 2.
That was the only way to get it done.
Crackdown was the same thing. It had a demo of Halo, so everybody bought Crackdown 1 to get the Halo 2 or 3. I don't know, remember which one it was.
I think it was,
So, and then
I think it was
everybody-
Halo 2, maybe Halo 3.
I think it was
And then everybody went crazy for Crackdown. So, Mr. DV, what do you think of the Crackdowns?
I got to say, so far the lineup is not that good. I'm not happy with it. I don't really care about Crackdown either. I've never been a Crackdown fan.
And you're not a fan of the zombie game, even though State of Decay looks pretty good.
So there's a bunch. There's
Don't-
fours
don't
up
get me
below.
I don't dislike the games. Like, they're just not games that I like to play. Like, I'm not hating on them. They're probably fun for a lot of people.
Yeah, this
Right.
comes from a guy that's been
That's
spending
not my
all
kind
his
of game.
day and night playing Gwent.
Gwent is fucking awesome. Oh, my God, I love Gwent.
I said it just so you can just spaz out and just freaking skeet all over the mic.
Let me tell you, I spent probably 30 to 40 hours in Witcher 3 playing Gwent alone, and that was against AI. Now I'm playing against people, and I love it. I love it.
It's
I
really
love it.
good.
I love
It's
it.
really
so
good.
much fun.
The last game that I want to hit up on Microsoft is a game that I've been dying to play for the freaking 100 years. And it takes me back to my childhood days when I used to watch Tom and Jerry. It's Cuphead. The artistic style is amazing. I've been dying to play this game.
Didn't they take it out though?
No, they just kept, pushing it back. So what do you think of Cuphead?
I'm looking forward to this. Look, there's something to be said for coming up with a unique style to play a game, but let's be real here for a second. It is a 2D platformer.
I'll tell you what happened with this game, but I'll let you finish, DV.
But I really like how it looks. Like, I want to play it for how it looks because it makes you feel kind of like you're playing, some classic cartoon.
Yeah, like classic
kind of
Mickey Mouse, Walt Disney thing.
Exactly.
You know what it is?
so
You want me to
that's
tell you
what-
what happened?
Go.
What happened was that these guys came to Xbox and hey, check out this game. And Xbox is like, wow, this game looks amazing. And he's like, so how long is this game? Oh, no, it's a couple of stages. You fight a couple of bosses and that's it. No. You guys got to make a full-fledged game and we're going to promote the heck out of it. And we want to, be front and center in all our conferences.
Yeah.
And the guys are like, okay, I guess. And then that's what happened. They bit more than they can chew, and that's why it keeps getting postponed. And they had to add all these things to make the game bigger than it was, and it's become a problem for them. But I can't wait till it comes out.
Yeah, this game's amazing.
I
I'm looking
wish I
forward
could
to
say
it.
the same.
So
Actually, I don't hope it. I hope
think
it's
it's
not a
cool.
3-hour.
It's
I mean, a 30-hour
different.
game.
yeah. I just want it to be like a 6 to 12-hour game, kind of like Mega Man. You got all these bosses and stuff like that. Notice I said Mega Man and not Mighty Number 9, right? Real quick, last thing. So we got the Scorpio coming out. Is the Scorpio and VR gonna mate and have kids?
Yes.
I
They
hope.
have to.
I'm so tired of
they
VR
are.
already.
They have to.
I hope not.
But they're gonna.
VR's the
I'm
future.
They
tired.
have to. They have to do that because if not,
You don't like VR? You're not a VR fan?
I'm not a VR fan. What I am not a fan of is that they're pushing it out even now, still too early. Like, let's be realistic here. Like,
Because
VR
DV, I
was
remember
supposed
you
to
were
be
at my
free.
crib and you were playing
And I got
VR
awesome.
and you just like freaking shiz all over your pants when you were here.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was awesome. My problem with VR right now is that it's still not there yet.
It's still in its
not
infancy.
there. Right now. It's like a Nintendo. Right now, once it starts hitting PlayStation era, it's gonna be so ridiculous.
Like it's still in its infancy.
Like, yeah, and not only in the infancy, it's like they want. It's still in its infancy, but they wanted to make it seem like it was ready for the public. And then again, it isn't. Like, again, this is the third time they try and launch VR over the last 20 years, and it just doesn't happen. Like, at some point, people aren't going to believe it, and they're going to ruin the market for it. Like, they need to go out with it when it's ready.
Yeah.
Well, Microsoft's got to do something ever since they launched the Kinect that just tanked. Do you even still use that dang thing?
You still turn on your Xbox with it and change channels?
Kinect, can you get me a Hot Pocket?
I go, no. Hey, Cortana, turn on. Hey, Cortana, turn off. Hey, Cortana, go to Plex. Hey, Cortana, play this. Hey, Cortana, play that. I love my...
When it works, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of work involved in doing that.
So, DV, we want to thank you for calling in, man, and enlightening us with Microsoft. We know that they have a tough climb to climb out of their situation right now. I know they're not. Phil Spencer has said he's not happy in the situation Microsoft is in, and I think of all the people, Phil Spencer is like the perfect guy to get Microsoft up and moving again, because he lives it, and he's 100% Microsoft guy. He started with Microsoft, and he's been there the whole time. So he's the guy that's going to get them out.
Excited. All right, boys. Thank you. Looking forward to the show.
All right, man. Thanks, man. So yeah, Microsoft's got a lot of work to do.
Well, Saturday we'll find out what they're gonna come up with.
Honestly, like if we have like all these papers, you see this, like we've done our homework, and if you look, Microsoft really doesn't have a lineup
that much, and
they don't have
that's
anything
what's killing them.
out.
And everybody's talking about the lineup.
And they've canceled a lot of their stuff. You have like Scalebound.
Everyone was outraged for that game.
But you know what? Maybe next year they'll have a bigger E3. I mean, maybe they're just holding back a little bit, because right now there's a lot of other things that are going on.
One thing I forgot to ask DV was, are you willing to pay for Scorpio?
Scorpio's gonna be $500-$600.
It's gonna be like $500 or $600, and I've seen and people said that the processors and the motherboards that they have is very expensive.
Not everybody has $500-$600 they could come out with. I mean, every 3 years and say, I got $500. Here you go.
Well, some people just bought an Xbox. I mean, why? That's what I don't understand with these companies.
That's the other thing I didn't see.
It's because just like the sales are good, but they're not as good as,
so they got to come up with something new.
So they have to put out the fire. Same thing with Nintendo. Nintendo's went with the Switch really, really quick because the Wii U wasn't getting any traction. So what happens as a developer, if I come to you, Alex, and I say, hey, I want you to make a game, you're like, why? If you only sold like 100,000 systems,
so Andy
I can
I see the comment. Yeah.
What do you
probably not going to pay, because I have a PC already, and I agree. Almost all the Xbox exclusives are on PC. So
that's what it's coming down to.
At the end of the day, Microsoft is a software making company. That's where they started from.
Yeah.
So they don't really care if you buy an Xbox, as long as you buy the games and you put it on your Windows 10. That's how we're playing all the games now. I sold the my Xbox One Day 1 edition. I sold that, and everything we just download on our studio PC, and we just try all the games there.
Yeah.
Because it's much easier, and I don't have to worry about it, and I get all the resolution. They're over there talking about 6 teraflops. My studio PC has 12.
New.
So how many teraflops do you really need?
Microsoft just needs to come out with a big name game like they did. They haven't in a while.
Have to come out with games.
They need another
last
game.
year
They
they
need a
didn't
big
come
game
out with
to
that
market
games
them.
either. They only came out with 4 titles that was supposed to push the system. They need more than 4 titles.
And you know what it is too? The Halo's not moving the needle, and near is Gears. And
that's what it was.
You know, we have a lot of gaming friends. How many of your friends are saying, hey, Prodigy, let's play some Gears. Let's go play Halo. You don't see it. It's lost its luster.
Yeah.
I just turned down an invite for Rainbow Six. I mean, it wasn't for Gears of War, I promise.
So, but they need to come up with that killer app that'll put them back on the market.
To me, that's what killed Xbox. They kept sticking to the same. They kept sticking to...
They got Forza 7 coming out.
They keep sticking to the Halo.
You just said it.
And
Forza 7. I mean...
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They put numbers on everything. Why? Do a refresh, just like Gran Turismo. This is the 6-1, but guess what? We're not gonna call it 6. We're gonna call it GT Sport
because it sounds repetitive.
Because it sounds like it's not the same game. So when you have Halo 7, it's like another one. It gets repetitive, and everybody feels that too.
They're like Fast and Furious.
You know, unless you come out with Halo the beginnings, then it's like, wow, it's a totally different game. And everybody
Halo,
will jump
Master
on it.
Chief's daddy.
Yeah, or something like that. How do you become Master Chief? Whatever it is, but they have to change that.
So a company that does make a lot of new games all the time is Bethesda. And they have a bunch of games coming out. I'm super excited because I'm actually going to go to the Bethesda press conference. Sweet. And they have 2 unannounced games. So I'm excited to see what those 2 games are. Bethesda makes killer apps like Prey. Prey was awesome. They make Elder Scrolls. They make Skyrim. They make Fallout, Doom, Doom VR. No, Hitman loves Doom. Would you like some Doom VR?
I would like some Doom.
Some blood all over your face and everything.
Gory the better, yeah,
oh
man.
my god, that's gonna be crazy. If
Some
it's on
Doom VR.
skates, I don't know about that one.
I just want Doom to be scary.
Yeah.
I want scarier Doom, dark. In VR, I mean, who doesn't want that, man? I want people to be jumping out
That'd be
at
pretty
you.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, the Bethesda makes a game called Evil Within. They got Evil Within 2 coming out. If they could make that in VR, oh my god,
they could easily port. They could easily port that. I'm sure of it.
People would commit suicide playing that game. Halo Reach was a good way. That was one of the ones that they kind of veered off a little bit.
And it had a good content.
And then they make a Halo. They make a Halo game, and then when you play it, you're playing Master Chief for like 2 or 3 missions, and then the rest of the time you're playing with Locke, and you're like, okay, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
But okay, we digress. Let's go back to So now Ubisoft, like we said before, they announced a bunch of games before E3. One of them was Far Cry 5. They also, we were talking about their server problems. That's one of the things like this Operation Health is gonna fix for Rainbow Six, right, Prodigy?
Which it has.
Finally dedicated servers, which is going to fix all the hit detection, maybe you see a wood plank, but the other guy doesn't, so they see your head and they could kill you. It's going to fix all that. The smoke, where let's say you're standing and you think you're all covered, but they see like your whole body. That would finally get fixed. And then connections.
Blitz, that's what really matters.
They're going to do that too.
That's the first thing they're going to fix.
They're going to get your boy.
Well, the other thing was one-step matchmaking too. They're gonna speed up the process of matchmaking. That's
which everyone on the technical test servers has said it works perfect.
Yeah, they say it's crazy because it's so fast. Like it's pa. Like I'm already playing, so that's gonna be sweet. That kills a lot of time for us.
Yeah, how were the tryouts? The treeouts last night.
Oh,
the treeouts.
Awesome.
I missed that
awesome.
on the treeouts.
We only lost 1 match out of 7 or 8.
No, we played 18 rounds, and we lost 3 rounds.
Ooh.
Rounds. That's
a
rounds.
lot. Yeah.
You know.
So the treeouts were well.
So we went undefeated like 4 straight matches, and then we're like, oh, we haven't lost, and then we got swept 3-0-3.
And
then we went back and we killed it.
And this is under Operation Health's update. So did you guys see any issues?
According to Prodigy, it hasn't
come out yet.
It hasn't. It's gonna come out in like 2 weeks, right?
The first phase.
It's just updated. It just updated the
the
format.
first phase, which is one-step matchmaking, is
coming
this
out.
month.
In
2 weeks. And then second phase will be the alpha packs and more bug fixes.
Oh yeah, that whole alpha packs. That's a cool way. I like that.
You see, and this is what we were talking about earlier about content and Rainbow Six. And we can go back to our older episode where I was like, I don't like Rainbow Six. I didn't like the beta because I wanted that old Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Goes back to talking about old games and you want your old games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to play the old Vegas anymore. I mean, I do. I love it. There's a lot of memories with all that.
Yeah.
But man, when Rainbow Six came out, it was like, wow, you know what? I could totally dig this concept. Operators, 5-on-5,
And the thing with this game that a lot of games don't, like other games don't get, is that they schedule their content perfectly.
And they
hit their days.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
Okay. So a game that I'd love to play. You guys can see a bunch of the statues above Hitman's heads. Assassin's Creed. Are you guys Assassin's Creed fans? Not really. I don't think so. Right?
I am not, believe it or not. And I've actually gone and seen the movie.
I saw you play the first 2. I played the third one. But to me, it kind of felt the same. You do the same thing, the same missions. Go find this guy, go kill him. Go find this guy, go kill him.
So this year,
the same moves
it's Assassin's Creed Origins, and they're going into Egypt.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this is kind of like an origin story of how the assassins started and all that, and they get rid of the whole Desmond thing where they go into the future and he gets into the Animus and goes to the past.
Oh, so
hopefully
straight
it's
from
straight
the past
beginning. Just
that would be
this
cool.
is how the assassins started. This is where it all began, and this is why.
So they're changing it up a bit.
Yeah. Because they started doing the whole every year cycle where every year they come out with a game, and they asked Ubisoft, "Are you gonna keep doing this?" Like, yep. Until people stop buying the game, and guess what? People stopped buying the game. So when Syndicate sales went down, they're like, you know what? Let's hold off. So they actually held off a couple of years before this one.
And
so
did you guys like Syndicate? Because Syndicate did look great. I mean, that looked like a game that I could have gone back into.
It was 1,000 times better than Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity was really, really.
Or even Black Flag. What about Black Flag?
Black Flag was actually one of the best.
Black Flag was the best Assassin's Creed ever, and I agree with Andy on this one. That was the best one. Because that one was really cool. You got your ship. You upgraded your ship. You actually had more things to do.
And the way it looked too, the colors and everything.
At the time,
was very
that was
live,
really good.
The time colors.
Right.
When Unity came out,
people say Assassin's Creed
dark.
2 and Black Flag are the best two out of like the 6 that have come out. So.
Yeah, I would agree on that one.
So, but this time they want to revamp. They want to restart. They're gonna hit that reset button and start all over. And I think the game needed that. I'm very excited. I love Assassin's Creed. I like the whole. We kill people in the night so people could work in the day mentality. So I can't wait to see what they have.
They've been very successful, man. I mean, whether you like it or not, I'm not a big fan of them. I didn't like the games, but they have been extremely successful.
No, and they're smart in tying in the stories of real life with this whole Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
that's what really
the
gives
history
and the city.
The history.
I mean, the guy's got a movie, for Christ's sake. They just got a movie recently, which I didn't think was bad. I actually liked it. It was okay.
Yeah. It's because Fassbender's a good actor.
Yeah, he is a good actor.
Far Cry 5, we spoke about it last week.
Lord Far Cry.
We're very excited for this game because it's actually here. It's a domestic game. It's made, not made in the United States, but it's made about the U.S. Over there in Montana.
Racist.
So there's a bunch of racist, religious fanatics over there.
Is that what it is? Is that what the game's based on? Really?
So like the guy's
it's a family, and it's a family starts a cult, and he's a prophet, and he talks to God, and he tells everybody.
Real David Koresh, like.
Exactly.
If anybody knows who that is.
That's the first thing I thought of, Waco, Texas.
Right.
And that whole thing. So I'm excited. I want to see what they have. It's a game that you can play co-op and all that cool stuff. Someone, I think David Ortiz in the chat room, had mentioned before
Crew 2
about the Crew 2 and going basically. There it is. Yeah, David Ortiz was talking about that was countering Need for Speed.
Yes, it is.
So Crew 2 came out. Crew 1 came out. Was very successful for Ubisoft. So Crew 2, what do you guys think?
I didn't get to play it. I know we were supposed to all play Crew.
Yeah.
We were all supposed to get into the whole let's get back into the racing thing.
To me, I thought Crew was more of an arcadey take on racing. And Need for Speed, I saw was a bit more serious.
If you see this one, they went for a more realistic feel to it. I don't know if you remember the other one. You could get cars and you could deck them out so you could ride them on the beach and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was going across country. Prodigy? No?
No.
It's there. Prodigy. They're all in order.
It's not here. After that, South Park.
You guys remember, kind of like a Midnight Club? You guys remember Midnight Club?
Oh, yes.
Kind of like that. Kind of like that feel. Yeah, Rockstar.
Yeah. That was a really arcadey game.
Yeah.
That was really arcadey. That's what Crew felt like. More of arcadey and that kind of feel, and that's what threw me off. But then that's the problem with Need for Speed took the fame right after because they were going on, and then Need for Speed just jumped on with a little clip here and there. Like I don't know, like a month or 2 months after that game.
Yeah.
And then that everybody was going crazy for it.
Yeah. Andy says, "Come on, Prodigy.
It's not here.
Get it together. I know it's there. Put it there, Prodigy." South Park. We talked about it last week.
Oh,
it's another South Park game.
I can't wait for that. Actually,
It's really good.
The fractured
artwork,
butthole.
everything is awesome, and the whole cartoon, everything is really.
South Park is just. I mean, if you're a South Park fan,
you have to.
Some people are. You have to get it. I mean, it's.
They throw a lot of Easter eggs in there. There are a lot of nuances of the show.
Yeah.
And Trey and Matt, they do a really good job of creating a game out of their show, and they did a really good job. Something I want to talk about. Do you guys are looking for the Division 2? Did you guys play the Division 1?
I did.
I didn't.
If they're gonna make another division, it better be.
I don't
think
they would make another.
What would make it better? I mean, the gameplay is what makes the game
a whole
bad.
new story. Just change everything up. Don't even call it the Division 2. Call it Division whatever.
Division California.
No, they gotta call it the multiplication, and that's it.
They should put a little
in addition,
on the side of the game.
You know they need to stop doing. They need to stop dividing and just subtract.
To me,
they just need to get rid
it
of
looks
stuff.
great, everything. But what threw me off was when I threw a grenade and I didn't kill him.
Well, because the game was an RPG, which is
what threw me off was hit points, the graphics, the gameplay, everything they showed in the trailer.
Like you're gonna show something and then it's totally different.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what they were thinking.
I didn't like that either. I was like, what? Why?
It's because I understand where my brother's coming from. When you're making a game set in a real city, in a real place with real weapons and real ammo.
And you're playing with humans,
and you throw a grenade and it's like, okay, minus half of its points. And I understand that disconnect. That's why when I play like Halo or Destiny, I can make that distinction because I'm in a planet and I'm fighting against aliens, so that's a little different.
The best one's Borderlands. To me, that's the best way of doing it. Cartoony-ish, but they're people, but you can still get that.
Because you can make the distinguish.
But they made their own game up. They made up a game. What I'm saying is it's completely fiction. It's made up. Like
exactly.
The Division is supposed to be, or
New York.
It looked realistic.
It's in New York and everything.
Man, when they announced it, and that was actually this game goes back. This goes back. I mean, before to PS3.
They even pushed it back and everything.
Yeah, you were gonna close the door, and then people could play on their phones. That's when the whole
phone thing. And now they stopped that. I thought it was a
Watch
good
Dogs
idea.
had that too.
Ubisoft is the one that pushed that the most. Was that whole phone playing on the phone while
playing on the phone? Yeah, where you would be remote. I mean, it was a great idea, but to me, when I played it, I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't a realistic shooter. Well, I don't want to keep playing this game. This game
and I hate
sucks.
that you headshot people, and you just see points. It's like, oh my gosh,
and
for real.
Thank Ubisoft for Ghost Recon, because that was the only thing that saved them, I guess, because the Division in the end sucks. So I'm not excited about part 2.
I would have liked the gameplay from Ghost Recon, but in the environment of the Division.
Or show it the way they did.
They would have to change the gameplay of it. They need to change the gameplay of Division 2. I'm not excited about it. You guys, I don't know about you guys.
No, I'm not.
Is there even anything out on it right now?
To me, like, what else can they really do?
It's just if they were to announce the Division 2.
You know what I'm saying? If they really do some change, what are you going to do?
If
you
they
can't get big bosses, or you're going to put some guy with some armor and stuff, like the same stuff. And that was the other
I highly doubt they'll announce anything on Division 2.
I don't know if you guys played the Division when they added the survival thing. That completely changed the game.
Oh, yeah.
But not enough. But everybody was gone. I mean,
yeah.
It's too late.
Kind of like Destiny, but we'll get to that.
So to finish up, we're going to finish up with the biggest portion, I guess, is Sony, because they actually have a lot of stuff.
Unlike Microsoft.
2 pages.
So the first game I want to talk about is a game called Days Gone.
Yes.
Thank God.
Gotta get off that. Los Santos.
So Days Gone.
Okay.
So what do you guys think of Days Gone?
If it doesn't have hit points, it'll be great. I hope they don't change it.
Dude, Days Gone needs to come out already, man. It's been too long since they've announced it.
I know, man.
It is awesome. The whole storyline behind it, I like the whole thing. Biker comes out from the woodworks or wherever. I don't know the whole story yet, but I just like the idea.
The
guy goes and saving everybody. I don't know if he's going to be saving people or just killing everybody or what.
But zombies in this game is amazing.
The hordes of zombies, man. I mean, the videos that they show of this guy.
I can't wait.
I mean, you'll see it here.
To me, this one might be a more realistic zombie game.
It definitely does look more realistic.
Where you could just one-shot them, but there's billions just coming at you. And
It's just it really puts you in the shoes of the guy inside of a situation like that, and it gives you even watching the video of the first time, you had like a panic. You're like, holy crap! There's a bunch of them coming at them. What's he gonna do? Oh my goodness! And they're just keep coming and coming and coming and they're ripping through the barn.
This looks like a very adrenaline-based.
Very intense.
I also like the fact that he goes to the car and he gets the oil filter and uses it as a silencer.
Oh yeah. You can do those kind of things.
So they're bringing back not bringing back, but crafting like in Last of Us. Genius, man.
No, it's gonna be awesome.
The game looks amazing. I mean, graphically looks great. The gameplay, we've seen some gameplay on it. It's pretty old gameplay. I don't know if they announced anything new.
PS Pro and 4K TV with HDR, it looks even better.
What I'm really excited about Days Gone is a story, a true story, linear story. I don't know if there's going to be any online on this, but I miss storylines, man. Just something a little more linear. I mean, you want to make it multiplayer, you want it to be a little DLC or whatever it may be, but make it linear. Don't do this open world game. But I don't know if this is going to be an open world game. I don't think it is.
I don't think so either.
But we'll see.
No, you're not.
What thing I'm afraid about the E3 on the Sony side is that I think they're going to rehash a lot of the games that they talked about last year. Because I saw a little bit of previews here and there, but from knowing all of this, from experience too, I think they're gonna rehash a lot of stuff.
But I think they might start.
Days Gone,
like here's another Days Gone video. Yeah, all this stuff that they showed last year, which should have came out this year already.
Sounds a lot like The Last Guardian, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it's like The Last Guardian. They repeated it like 3
Didn't
times.
They announce that last year?
But with The Last Guardian, it was like a couple of years. Like this will be the second year that we would go and see Days Gone.
But I think they might finally pin the release date. I think they're gonna pin the release date this time.
But to me it's like another waste of time of E3. Like those are the times where you're like, okay, we've seen this already. I want to see something new because this is like new part.
But God of War looks awesome. That's
God
one
of War,
my
you can rehash that one.
Because this is the second time that you see it, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like if you see it once or twice, I'm okay. If it's the third time, now I'm worried. But once or twice, like first time to announce, hey, we're doing God of War.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now this time around, look, this is where we're at. We're like, here's some gameplay, and this is the release date. That's how I think would be perfect.
And Sony's we got yet another exclusive. I mean, Horizon Dawn just came out, exclusive.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Amazing.
Awesome. A Days Gone, we got another one now. So they
got a lot of exclusives.
I'm excited about it.
And I love God of War. That's one of my favorite franchises. The idea that they came up with that he fights the Norse mythology gods, that was like my idea I had with my brother. I'm like, look, very easy it can continue. He could fight the Greek gods, he could fight the Egyptian gods, he could fight all the gods. He could be the god of all wars. And so I'm excited to see what powers he's going to get, where they're going to take it, what happened to his Chains of Olympus, which we have hanging there. So I want to see where they take the game. Another exclusive is Spider-Man, made by
Homecoming.
The people that made Ratchet
Which
Clank.
is interesting that they would make that exclusive to Sony.
Yeah.
Oh, because the company that made Ratchet and Clank, Insomniac, has always been a PlayStation company.
Yeah.
Just recently they broke off, but before they made Ratchet and Clank, they made all the Resistance games. So they've been a staple. I love Resistance.
Oh my god, that's a great game.
If they announce a Resistance,
I would. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
That would be the greatest.
That's what they need, an alien shooter game. They don't have that.
That was a great
really
launch
good
title, man.
Or
wow.
Killzone. That was awesome. They just
I don't
killed
think they're
it.
gonna do
Killzone.
another
No, they
though.
just killed it. But
It's
I mean,
when they move to
I'm talking
Horizon,
about like a
nobody's gonna want them to
story
go
like
back.
that. I really like that. Oh,
No,
man,
no,
this
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
looks
looks
great.
awesome.
And this Spider-Man does look
It does
amazing.
awesome.
Yes.
Did you guys play the
It's because
Spider-Man 1 and 2 on PlayStation?
yes,
2?
Yeah.
yes.
Awesome games. I mean, it's
they were
nowhere
good.
near what this is going to be.
It's because Insomniac also made a game for Xbox, which is called
Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive. So they have this whole movement
traveling.
and the action and the colors and all that stuff. I want to see how the villains look, if they're going to take a realistic approach or... they showed Rhino, I think, in one of the clips, and he looked very, very cool, I think. So, yeah, Spider-Man. I'm excited for
Spider-Man is going to be the footstone. I mean, it's going to be the stepping stone for all those games to come out. I mean, for superhero games to come out.
Yeah,
man.
because they're making that Marvel Avengers. They teased that one day, and I think that's going to be another one.
have the opportunity to take this to a whole another way of gaming, not gaming, but level of games that are going to be coming out.
Yeah, because last time was Spider-Man came out, and then they made Wolverine to come out after that because they saw that, and that game was amazing. I love that game. That game was so sick. Good. Really good.
And I can't believe they didn't kept going.
I know, right? Because it was really good.
Yeah. Not sure.
But we'll see.
Another good PlayStation exclusive is Last of Us 2.
Oh.
Yes.
Man, did you guys see that trailer with her? Oh man,
it's really good.
I haven't played the first one, man.
Mr. Julian.
Me and Richie still hasn't played.
Yeah,
the first
I'm gonna get it. I have to play the whole thing.
We know DV's not a big fan of that. We're not
yeah.
gonna have him talk about the Last one. He hates the Last
Who?
one. DV does. DV hates the Last one
Because the controllers are all messed up.
No, it's the AI as well. But he's not a big fan of the AI.
Because when you walk up by him and the girl walks by the
they
don't ignore him.
I don't know, man. It's difficult to kind of do that. I don't know.
That was some new technology they were.
The game period is freaking awesome. I mean, I can't wait to see The Last of Us 2. But I mean, what are we looking at?
But now with the new AI and all that, they're gonna improve all that stuff.
Crazy.
Too. Imagine you have better systems that could. Imagine Last of Us came for PS3.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
2000.
you're talking about like it had 1 megabyte of RAM, and this has like gigs of RAM. So they have more to play with here.
Big
and
time.
give
and then they got ported.
And they already established with Uncharted 4's engine, and who knows what they're gonna do after that.
That's what I was gonna say. Like Uncharted 4 engine, they're gonna add it to this. Imagine that. So many things are gonna be happening at the same time.
I can't imagine what Last of Us 2 is gonna be like. But right now we got a Sony exclusive Days Gone that's gonna give us that little taste. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A game that I jumped. I don't know if you guys have ever played Heavy Rain.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
The developer of Heavy Rain is making a small little game called.
This game is amazing.
Didn't they make?
This game is awesome.
Weren't they the same company that made what's the game?
Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah.
Was that not awesome? I mean, we were talking about this. They need to make games like that more often.
This one's
Telltale does a pretty good job.
No, what was the game that Dawn?
That's the game. Until Dawn, not Two Souls. Until Dawn, where they had real actors.
Different company.
It wasn't the same company?
But they're like, hey, that Heavy Rain idea, I like it. I'm going to take it and make my own.
They got to make another one.
And they did a really good job.
They're probably going to announce one of them like on this one. That
company that made Until Dawn has to.
That game.
Because that one blew up.
That game was so
awesome.
Good.
That game
Everybody was super surprised. Everybody's like, no, Until Dawn will be good. And then when they played it, they're like, damn, this game was really,
and
really
it was
good.
The whole streaming era went like that with that game.
Yeah, Until Dawn was pretty freaking awesome. They need to make games like that.
Detroit Become Human. What do you guys think of Detroit Become Human?
I like it. I love the fact of using, androids and robots, AI, and in decision making, and that's his type of game. And the outcome, and he branches a lot. There's probably 4 or 5 different branches for one little scene. So it's kind of cool to see all that, and I can't wait to
Prodigy
see
said Telltale, but like Telltale games, like it has like 1 or 2 little branches,
and
but
it always steers you into the same.
It's something new. It's something new.
That's what we
Total
want.
Different concept. I mean,
exactly.
It's just, who doesn't want that?
Right?
Who doesn't want that?
It's so good. I can't wait.
And then you throw in a good storyline, and then
the graphics are so sick.
No, like they interviewed him, and he's like, "Guess what? There's like 6 different ways you can do this." And like
multiple
it's
endings
totally
are fantastic.
Different. And then you find out why it's like that, and you figure it's insane. This guy always makes good games.
So we also have Gran Turismo Sport. We have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. We have hopefully some Horizon DLC. We have Matterfall. We have Knack 2.
Yep, Knack 2 is coming out.
So Sony's got a bunch of stuff. So okay, what do you guys want to see from Sony?
Uncharted.
More Uncharted?
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Now we get what's her name? I can't remember. No.
That new
so
girl,
you know she's actually the girl from Uncharted 2. His girlfriend at the time. Yeah. And then she's coming back, so they're doing like a whole storyline on her.
Yeah.
So it's called The Lost Legacy.
But she ties in with the villain from Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
So there's like some tie story there. So there's like, man, now they again back to the whole storyline. They're going to the roots, Let's tie in a whole storyline, and they might come up with another one now. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about it. I mean, Uncharted. Naughty Dog's making awesome games already, so why not?
I would like to see a Killzone or a what's the other one? Resistance type of game.
Yes.
Something like that. Maybe
you want
a new IP.
shooter.
like a shooter,
A new
but like a
IP,
futuristic, good, really good story, like a Killzone story. I really love the Killzone story that they're trying to take the planet off,
black,
and then you're trying to fight them. You end up going to their planet, kicking their butt, and then they still got people trying to come here. That's a good story. I'm sorry, but that was a really good story.
PlayStation
Something like
Shadowfall was really good.
We do need it. I guess you're right. We do. Seeing a new shooter would be nice.
A new thing going on. Yeah, like.
You think they're gonna announce a shooter? I don't think that would be really nice.
I'm not sure, but that's what I'm looking forward to, like something like that. Something.
I
cool.
would highly doubt it though, because they're supporting Battlefront, they're supporting Call of Duty, they're supporting Destiny, they're supporting a lot of games.
We'll do the story game, the narrative stories like your Horizons, your Detroits, and you guys, the third party, you guys worry about making the shooters.
Well, we got Days Gone coming. I mean, Days Gone's not a surprise, but we got Days Gone that's going to be a shooter. I mean, it's third person, but...
What are you looking forward to, Project?
Like Richie said, another game, a new IP, a new type of game, hopefully to come out instead of, continuing of series.
I want to see some VR support. They push this whole VR thing, and you guys got to buy VR, and this VR aim gun, and this VR. Okay.
Speaking of that, have you guys seen what that looks like?
But it's true what
do you mean? We have it.
What DV has said. It's just to me, it's just too early. The PlayStation cannot push it.
I want to see new VR controllers.
Oh, please,
we
God.
need to get
rid
of the Move ones. We're talking about 10-year-old tech.
I know.
I want to see some new VR controllers.
You got to get with the time.
I don't care if all these other fanboys are like, oh my God, I'm going to spend $30. Yes,
we need some hardware. We need some new hardware.
$30 and have something that works really, really good. Even, don't get me wrong, the Move works good, but it's not as good as it could be. When you turn around, it doesn't see it. I would like to have accelerometers and send information, all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I wouldn't doubt that Sony's going to announce
compared to other VR
hardware.
systems that they have their controllers.
I think they might announce a new piece of hardware.
They have to, man.
It may not be a console like Scorpio.
I think that they want to do controllers like the Oculus, the touch one, that wraps around your hands. They want to come up with something, and that'll be like, oh, Scorpio this, and guess what? We also have some hardware. Look, we're improving this. We got a new headset. That's why we haven't been making a lot of headsets. The new headsets have better resolution, this and that. Could be. And it's like VR 2.0.
It might be the PlayStation gloves.
Or they might even announce something to compete with Scorpio.
You're going to buy 2 gloves for $200.
What about a new Vita? Would you guys like a new Vita?
No.
I think that's done.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't think Sony
because all these people are selling, oh my gosh, the Nintendo Switch, we love to play on our Switch on the move. And when I'm on a plane...
Those are fanboys.
I think PlayStation needs to get away from
I've been on an airplane and nobody has not... I've never seen a Nintendo. I haven't seen anything that's portable except a phone. That's how it's always been, and they gotta just jump ship, or if not, tag along with the phone.
The handheld system is just, to me.
I think the Vita failed when they didn't put the Android operating system on it.
Yeah, that's all they
should have put the Android operating system and let people download $1 games. I don't care. Set them for $1, but they bought my system.
Exactly.
And now you have a bunch of people that have it. You have a lot of people that have it, so now I have an install base that I can make games for.
Correct.
Exactly. No, and the reason for buying
with
it
the
is
super memory card too.
Better controls, better system as a whole.
Well, the Vita being your phone would have been nice if you had your phone as in the Vita with the Android operating system. You said, and you have best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Okay. To finish up, I'm gonna draw a name from the hat from the contest, and the winner is One Face Ace.
One Face Ace.
One Face Ace. We'll get in touch with you, and we're going to get your information and send out your prize. We're going to do it again next week. We're going to put another picture up that you guys have to tag and share. And we'll announce another winner next week. So this week's winner is One Face Ace.
Yeah, he's actually in the chat room now, so congratulations.
Awesome. So we want to thank everybody for watching. Oh, Nintendo. Do you want to cover Nintendo?
Let's cover it.
There's 2 games. There's Splatoon. Well, the first one Project clicked on is actually Arms. I played a little bit of it on the Nintendo Switch. I don't see the
Well, they're gonna have a short press conference, I think, Tuesday morning.
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Smash Brothers.
That's the only game that Mario and all the Mario stuff.
But if you see, it's a port.
Yeah, I see it.
So it's like, hey, you guys want to buy this game again on that system?
Yeah.
And to me, something that I wanted on my Switch is the retro games.
Yeah.
Like, why can I not get Tecmo or Contra and all these games on my system, dog? That's why everybody wants it for anyway.
You want to know what they did?
That's why they dropped the NES.
They pushed back their network. Like the PlayStation Network, you could call it.
Yeah.
They're pushing it back.
That even more?
Yep,
not even in December?
They're not even coming out. They pushed it back more.
Oh, my gosh.
They're failing. They're killing themselves now.
They're bad. And everybody else is, they're doing so good.
Dog, don't they know they just need a server and just connect the server to a Switch and let everybody access it? It's not that hard. It's been around for years.
I know, and they got tons of money for it. They sell.
I love it when, like, I don't want to bash Nintendo, but they're like, oh, the Switch is so good. I'm like, oh, is it? Let's play together. What's your username? Like, we can't. Oh, we can't. We just got to physically be there. Oh.
Like a Game Boy.
Like it was like 20 years ago.
With those wires. You remember those wires they used to sell with the Game Boy?
You used to connect you to, yeah. That's the only way.
That was crazy. All you do is just play freaking Tetris against each other.
You actually, was it? I think the PSP I did that as well. I don't think it was a cable though. You had to be within range.
Ad hoc.
There was both. You could ad hoc, and with the Vita, you could play online.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty was on. They had it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Killzone was really good.
I loved Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. Man, that was a lot of fun.
George Rodriguez, before we finish, wants us to talk about Tekken 7.
Yes.
Tekken 7 is really, really good.
Yes.
As a fighting game, it hits all the points that it needs to hit. The graphics are amazing. The customization of characters is awesome. If you love Tekken 1, 2, 3, 4, like we do, there's no reason why not get Tekken 7.
Are we going to see new characters or just same old ones?
There's new characters. And you could make your own. That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can't wait to play with Paul.
Customize it, all that craziness, all that cool stuff. My favorite characters was Eddie Gordo.
I loved Paul. Paul was awesome.
Yeah, Paul's been around since the beginning.
Oh, Yoshimitsu. That was my guy.
Yoshimitsu.
My brother used to stab himself and kill me all the time. It drive me insane.
No, yeah, Tekken 7 is going to be pretty awesome.
George Rodriguez, go get Tekken 7. If you got it, let the people in the chat room know how good it is. Injustice
I haven't
2
got to
is
play
really
it, but
good.
I wanted to.
So, Dragon loves Tekken as well. We'll get to try it now. Anybody closing words? I'm excited. I'm leaving on Thursday.
You go and enjoy San Diego, man. And on behalf of us,
I feel bad for my brother because I'm leaving him behind with all the work.
Yeah. It's all right. I'll clear everything out. I'll be good on Saturday. I'll be vacationing in Miami Beach.
Yeah, we do live where people vacation, so
I know,
we gotta enjoy it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna be streaming a lot. I'm taking my laptop. I'm taking cameras.
I take like 2,000 batteries and
I have
a lot
batteries,
of beef jerkies.
I have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be passing out beef jerky over there.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking some charged chocolate bars with
to
me.
get you through.
Yeah, remember guys, keep tagging your friends on our Instagram.
And some spray, dog, because everybody stinks over there.
I'm gonna be posting videos on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm gonna post up videos on our YouTube channel all week long. My wife is gonna interview people, so we're gonna put in some work over there.
Cool.
We want to thank all the viewers for watching. You guys make our show possible. You make us want to do this every Sunday. I want to thank Prodigy for coming in here and producing the show. I want to thank Hitman for being a part of the show. He always brings another side to the conversation.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, I want to thank my brother for being part of the GameBros show.
Bros. That's right.
They always call it the Game Brothers show.
Game Brothers. Hey, brother.
The Game Bronies.
We're the Game Brothers show.
And then, like we always say on our show, live in your world, but play in ours. Game Bros. Peace.
Peace.